Yes, this trio has been a dream for me for many years, actually. Fredrik and I have played together since 30 years now. And we played together in '93 the first time, and we played in a few bands together, and we're very close friends. So for me, making a band with Fredrik is always there somewhere. I have to find the right context. I believe to know in which kind of situations he really sounds good. So I like to imagine situations where he can do his thing. Tomasz is a very new acquaintance. He has played a very long time with Fredrik, and Fredrik is playing in what is called individual beings. For me, it's very new to play with him. I think the session here marks the third time we played together, basically. So that's a completely different situation. A Polish trumpet player who is part of the jazz environment in Denmark and lives in Sweden. Actually, that's very nice in a band to have that kind of situation, to have something where you really feel comfortable and something where you have to be on the edge all the time. So it's like an orchestra. So we're just a trio, trumpet, saxophone, and guitar. And I'm the rhythm section, so I have to be drums and bass and a piano, in a sense. And that's basically what I feel. But at the same time, there's no piano, there's no drums, there's no bass. So it's very nice to be able to make this orchestra very thin, like the high strings in a string quartet. Sometimes it's very fine, just go somewhere. And sometimes it's nice to make it deep and noisy, like a Louisiana rock band. Both Fredrik and Tomasz are very affirmed soloists, so they can play completely alone at any time. And so which means that they're a whole section, each of them. It's just music when they're playing. So it can also be thought of as a whole big band. Sometimes I think of the music as kind of big band music or big band arrangements.
And we've been through a lot of different kinds of music together. The two of us, from very, very free and also very complicated music. And sort of all this have kind of crystallized in this very, I would say, simple music with simple tonalities, but still with a lot of freedom. And I think with the knowledge of the history we've had, and also with the knowledge of what Tomasz is capable of, he has also a firm knowledge of the history of improvised music and jazz. We can sort of make music that references that without actually playing it right out. And I think that gives kind of depth to the music, I hope.
I really love working with established bands, in a sense, like in this situation, because of what you just said, that you've been through so much together. And you played so much in different settings that makes my role in all of this very, very clear. Like I'm just really trying to enjoy what's happening on and off stage.
all the compositions are, in a sense, trying to deal with something that I heard somewhere else. You could say one of the pieces here is called Shadow My Sweet Nurse, which is a quote from a John Donne poem. And I've been very intrigued by the way the composer Schumann, for example, can write something extremely simple. And when you play it, you feel completely filled up. Some of them are very tonally, very simple, like Shadow My Sweet Nurse. And some of them are completely atonal, like Dark Moon, which is inspired by, you could say, French saxophone player Stéphane Payen. It's made to be a vehicle to open up for our imagination, to open up for improvisation. And when you make something very atonal, then you sort of, anything, you can play anything. But if you only have atonal music, then you can't hear anything else but these atonal, arrhythmical figures and ways of making music. So you put in, or I put in, something extremely simple, extremely popular, you could say. And that opens up another dimension of inspiration, which hopefully is fresh. And that may be why the music goes in so many directions.